to another edition of Botcasters. Today with Michiel Verstraten from You Link Me. Michiel, introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you very much for hosting me. Michiel Verstraten, I'm the founder of YouLinkMe, and we are a LinkedIn marketing agency. And at the moment, we are active already since 6 years. So it's going fast. And I founded the company with my brother, Martin. And at the moment, we are with 25 people located here in Amsterdam and working for more than 225 B2B clients at the moment. So that's the short introduction.
And yes, thank you. And the reason I invited you, because we talked a while back, and you not bombarded me, but in our conversation, basically you were working on so many fronts in terms of automation using AI
Yes.
in the business. I was like, oh wow, we should talk about this because you're going for it full force,
Yes.
but it's actually delivering results, which is really interesting because you hear a lot of companies doing a lot of shit, but
Yeah.
it's not working. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
No, absolutely. It's going so fast that it's scaring me a little bit as well because like 9 months ago we implemented open AI in a lot of our processes, of course. And I think since then, so since 9 months, I think 50% of our turnover is coming from AI related solutions. But that's scary as well because if I think towards the future, then apparently I need to invent some new stuff right now to have an extra 50% of my turnover in the next month in the future. So it's going really fast and it's really exciting as well, of course.
let's take one step back.
Yes.
What does You Link Me do? And when you guys started, what was the? Because usually when you start something, you pivot and you pivot and you pivot, and then you find the right path, and then you grow.
Yes.
So you started off in a certain way, and what is the value you guys are delivering to your customers? And then we go back to the processes and stuff that you automate and use AI for, if that's
Yes,
okay.
yes, indeed. Yeah, of course, LinkedIn is a networking platform, right? And a lot of people are using it as a sales platform. So we say that this is not the way. A lot of spammers on LinkedIn, of course. But on the other hand, there is a lot to gain from LinkedIn and from new connections, new relations. So it's a challenge to do it the right way. So we help our clients to really maintain an authentic, personal way of making new relationships, approaching new people, but do it in a really personal, authentic, and prepared way. And also, of course, it's all about personal branding. And on LinkedIn, you have to balance the personal brands and the company page. So we help our clients as well to make the best use out of that. So basically, we create thought leaders. So we help the C level or the board of directors of companies, and of course a lot of the sales teams as well with their personal brands. And then operationally, of course, it's a huge challenge if you have a lot of personal chats with a lot of prospects. Then this is an administrative task. And of course, we use AI to make sure that you follow up in the right way with at exactly the right time with your prospects. So it's also about connecting HubSpot, for example, or Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics, and to use a lot of AI in the follow up of your conversations.
Hey,
Um, and yeah, sorry.
no, I was going to say, are there any competitors around that can match your offering? Because you've been traveling in terms of development of the technology and the company at
Yeah,
the same speed of light as technology has. And, it's hard to keep up, but you've been doing that, and I see a
yeah,
lot of companies, they start something and then they're stuck in what they have,
yeah,
and it's hard to move on. So in terms of
yeah.
competitors, is anybody doing the same? Of course, you'll say no, but the
Yeah.
honest story.
No, still we have a few competitors, but no, not so much as online marketing agencies or digital marketing agencies. But LinkedIn marketing agencies, there are a few. But what we have seen is our vision from the beginning was that it's all about the long term. So you need to build. I mean, this is how life works. You build relationships with people, you gain trust, but then you need to wait the right moment when there is a need from the other party, from your prospects. So you need to nurture your network. You need to keep it warm. You need to keep top of mind, stay top of mind. So you need to invest in the long-term conversations. We have calculated, analyzed as well within our data that 80% of new business comes from chats or conversations that were already took place for 6 months.
Wow.
And this is our vision. So and we have a lot of competitors, but they all focus on short-term results. So they want to growth hack the first outreach, and they want to have an answer right now, and they want to have a meeting right now and a deal right now. And this is not how it works, because there needs to be trust first of all, and secondly there needs to be a need. It needs to be the right timing.
Especially B2B.
That's it. So we have a lot of competitors, but they have a completely different approach. They try to, as I said, via growth hacking, like scrape the profile of the prospect to make so many links. Like, I see that you do this and this. You're the founder of the company. You do this, that, blah blah. We do this and this and this, and it's super salesy. And this is not the way it works on LinkedIn. No, you just have to invite people to have a networking coffee, like, hey, nice to connect. I see you do a lot of interesting stuff. Let's network. Shall we plan a coffee? And then you get personal conversations. Like, hey, what do you do? What are your challenges? Oh, super nice. And about the business, it's 2 or 3 steps later.
It's interesting you're saying this because I just realized that I of course I get a lot of messages that a lot of the messages are actually the salesy bullshit
Yeah,
messages targeting me because they'll say, "Oh, you're doing such great work," but they have no clue what the hell I'm doing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I'm like, how the hell do you know? And I just realized that must be those systems or processes where they just scrape my profile
Yeah.
and just send out messages.
Yeah, and it really feels super salesy, and also you have a few. It's nice, it's creative. You have a few tools or agencies that can use personalized videos, for example,
Yeah,
also via email, and it's super nice, but it's also super salesy. So it's not doing the trick. It's not working. So you need to keep it super personal, and it's the same like if you are standing at an event and you meet other people. You say, "Hi, Doron, how are you doing? What are you doing here? How do you find the event? Okay, nice." And after a few minutes, you start talking. Oh, well, what do you do for living? What is your business?
it's
And
so
it's
fu-
all
it's so
step.
funny. I was at a convention last Tuesday,
Yeah, yeah,
and actually this happened in a couple of cases. I was sitting in one of the
yeah,
talks next to someone, and we had a comment about what was being said, and I said, "This is ridiculous. It makes no sense." And the
yeah,
guy said, "Yeah." So we started talking about what we do. So I got an invitation to come and talk,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
based on my opinion of what I said about what happened on the screen.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how you build a network.
Yeah, that's how you start a conversation. It's a conversation. And so we always say, okay, we need to go, like on LinkedIn, people try to be too fast. And also in the sales process, it's too fast to already pitch your proposition and say, do you have interest in my proposition? Go 5 steps back, first the relationship, and then this is what we use AI for, is to follow up on the conversation. So you need to, like, if you talk to 20 people per day, then 15 people will tell you like, okay, nice, but I don't have time right now, connect me in 2 months.
Okay,
Okay, so after 2 months you need to follow up on these 15 people, and tomorrow as well, and the whole week, and then you have hundreds of people basically to follow up in 2 months. And this is what you need AI for, to make sure that you remember the conversations, that you get the right to dos at the right time, and that you can handle them efficiently. So it's a lot of administrative work, basically, that we provide, but it's all with the vision to build a relationship over the long term, let's say, instead of growth hacking your way into a company right now to get results. Because I call this, like, I mean, it's focusing on lucky shots, and that's not a strategy, right? If you focus on lucky shots, you will
it's
get
luck.
lucky sometimes, but you will get not get lucky sometimes as well. Yeah,
You focus on the percentage, but the percentage doesn't mean anything.
that's it. And if you build a pipeline, if you really build a pipeline, and this is what we do with AI, then it's not luck anymore. Then it's a predictable pipeline. Yeah, and that's and you need AI for it, because if you have 250 to dos after 2 months, I mean,
You need
and
it to scale. That's
that's it.
basically what you're saying.
Yeah, you need an assistant basically. It's like it's a lot of clicking or copy pasting, or it's also like every day you need to maintain your email box, and everybody gets 50 to 100 emails per day, and it's really
Yes.
like it's you do this work every day, and me too. But recently I implemented a few amazing tools we have now. I'm not by the way in any form how do you say, connected to the company, but read.ai. You have a lot of, like, you have Fireflies, of course, you
Yeah.
have Carve, you have a lot of note takers, right,
Yeah.
in video call. So I downloaded Read AI now, and it's, of course, it's videotaping the whole conversation. It's making a summary. You can chat with it. You can ask, what are my to-dos? How do I need to follow up? And everything. But you can also pre-install it, connect it to HubSpot, and then you can automatically send a proposal, automatically create your to-dos, and all these administrative things that really consume your day, you don't have to do it anymore. And now what I have as well is I have, of course, Google Gemini. You can install on your emails, and it will summarize your email flows automatically. It will prioritize your emails automatically. And then HubSpot as well, of course, has a lot of AI. So every morning I get an email from HubSpot. Today you have 3 meetings. Good luck. And this is how you can prepare the meetings. So
Wow.
I mean, AI all over your administrative things. You have an assistant that will help you to save time, basically. And
Can I? This is great. Um, let's take a small step towards the downside of this. I'm totally for AI. I see
yeah,
all the
yeah,
advantages,
of course, yeah,
I like to play devil's advocate
yeah,
because I know you for a bit now, and I know you look at opportunities and you seize them, and yeah, you're a get go guy. Let's go and do it.
yeah, yeah,
However, you are not blind for risks. Actually, you have an open mind for risks, and we've
yeah,
discussed this. Now, I've been calling out to big companies and saying, if you start using AI in every corner, and you are doing this in your small company, but still, every corner of your company,
yeah,
you also introduce certain inherent risks, and there's a few of them which need to be managed very well, because if
yeah,
you don't, it could also risk or endanger your company or
yeah,
the work you do.
yeah,
And one of them is what if you have no internet,
yeah,
for
yeah,
instance.
absolutely.
That's one
Yeah,
of them. Or there's a geopolitical problem, and the internet, your connection to the AI gets cut.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Then you're going to be a very busy guy following up everything manually, if you can
yeah,
even access it. That's one.
yeah,
And the other thing is especially using OpenAI, um, control of cost. And I'm not even talking about privacy or data, etc. That's another discussion.
yeah,
But with all the token cost, the more successful you get like this exponential rise of cost.
yeah,
That of course you're saving money because you're not doing it yourself, but there's
yeah, yeah.
this other factor, and that's exponential actually, and people are not aware of that. So maybe you can take us. I know you're managing this. I know
Yeah,
you thought about it, but I'd like to learn how,
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
people only tell the success stories,
yeah,
but
yeah.
not the problems or the risks.
No, absolutely. Well, ChatGPT, for example, it's a big risk. So, of course, I tested with writing my LinkedIn post with ChatGPT, and it was horrible. In the beginning, it was really bad, and now it's still not super good. Especially in Dutch, but also in English. But now I discovered a new LinkedIn tool, really modern way. Young guys created it. It's called Uplinked. For this tool as well, it's not my tool. I don't benefit from this, and I want to share
Neither
it
do
with the
I.
whole world.
We're not
That's
selling
it.
anything.
And it's working amazingly. Why? Because it's scraping your LinkedIn post from the past 2 years. It's scraping your website. You can fill it in with all your goals, vision, and everything, your tone of voice. It's really amazing. it's even better than when I write it myself. I'm really like, okay, I couldn't have done this better, you know. And it's also focused. I mean, this tool is specialized in how to write a LinkedIn post, not an Instagram post, not everything like ChatGPT. No, only LinkedIn post. And then you
Interesting.
can select like how short or how long it needs to be, like short, middle, or long, above the funnel, in the middle of the funnel, below the funnel. Also, you want to have a lead generation post, thought leadership post, personal post, whatever. And then you can select all this. You do a prompt of 2 sentences. It comes with the post. Amazing. But so I tested it and I love it. And now I tell everyone. But ChatGPT, for example, it was horrible. So we saw this risk already. We did it a few times. My colleagues, we trained our people to sometimes use ChatGPT to write a post. It was not good enough, so it was a big risk because we were also delivering bad posts to clients if we didn't watch out. So of course we needed to manage that. So you need to test and review and A/B test and see, okay, what are we going to jump into or what are we going to hold on to, or stay away from. So of course we are managing that. And on the other hand, as you say, like costs, yeah, all the tools are like uh, 10 euros per month, sometimes 50 euros per month. You have Clay, for example. It's a great data scraping tool to get email addresses, etc. To, of course, you need to manage the GDPR risks as well. But this tool is crazy expensive. If you want to really have a proper, really good list of 2,000 records, it can cost you 1,000 euros
Wow.
just to scrape all of this. So of course, then you wonder like, okay, it's so expensive. Maybe it's cheaper if we do it ourselves. So it's two risks, basically the costs. But for now, if you use the tools properly, of course, the efficiency is way bigger than the cost. And the other risk is how can we trust AI? You know, because we even and this is really I'm not an expert, but if I believe all the stories, we don't even know how AI works because it's like the brain; it's connecting things, and we build it, but we don't know how it's working.
It's a black
So
box.
yeah, so it's really risky. A few weeks ago we did our bookkeeping. We just threw all our, which is a risk as well, all our numbers into ChatGPT. And if it's correct, we have a closed like our own ChatGPT, so it should be safe. But and we asked a few questions, and it came with completely the wrong answers. And then because we knew what we were expecting to get as an answer, so it was not the right answer. So we said it's not the right answer. Oh, I'm sorry, indeed you're right. And then it comes with another calculation, and we ask again and then again, and we need to ask 5 times before it came
Wow.
with the correct answer. Yeah,
But you knew what you we needed to get from an answer as an answer.
yeah,
But most of the times people have no idea, so and it's written well, so they have no idea how to separate the bullshit from the good stuff. So
that's
so my question
yeah,
to you is, how do you do that? If you have it
yeah,
right post for you, how do you because once you're hooked on these tools, we know that people lose their skills. You know,
yeah,
you need certain skill sets,
yeah,
even if you're digitally savvy,
yeah.
etc., etc. You need the skill sets to do the work yourself in order to judge it.
Yeah. Now everybody is like a manager, like a quality controller. So you really need to basically check everything. Maybe you can also do like a selective check, so you don't have to check everything, but so you need to keep checking. So, for example, if you have an AI that is doing 50% of your emails automatically, then at least a few times per week, check the emails that were erased automatically or answered automatically because AI can make a lot of mistakes. And then after a while, I think you can more and more trust it, but still test it. And then it's balancing. You know, if you see too many mistakes, you need to test more or check more. And if you don't see any mistakes anymore, then you can check less, but still keep checking it. But what I see as well is that AI is getting better by the minute. And that is really amazing, of course. So, but still, also a LinkedIn post. When I let AI create my LinkedIn post, I check I read it all. I change some things, but you cannot just copy paste it and don't check it. Yeah, it's absolutely.
But if you look at LinkedIn, you know how many people are doing that.
Yeah, but I'm really, I mean, so unprofessional, especially also on the personal pages. But when I see like quite like bigger companies on the company page, and then you see the marketing team, the professionals are using a chat GPT one-on-one, just copy paste it, like, with the emojis in the
Yeah, yeah.
headline, and with the, how do you say, the stripes between
Yeah,
the
the stripes is
sentences.
horrible. It delivers a
Yeah,
stripe everywhere.
it's like two or three sentences every post, and the hashtags that have the capitals in the words. It's these three things, and then they still do it like exact copy paste. And then I think you are a marketeer, and you are not using AI in a proper way at all. It's heartbreaking, but hopefully the tools get better, and then the users get better as well.
But how do you ensure that the people that run these campaigns or for your customers, how do you ensure that they have the capabilities? Let's say it doesn't work. The
Yeah,
system is down. I mean, LinkedIn still will be online, but
yeah.
your AI tool doesn't work or doesn't work properly or whatever. How do you make sure that they have the capabilities to actually do the work? Because
Write the post. Yeah, yeah.
well, one of the things I know, if you can't write a post yourself and understand the magic principles
Yeah,
behind it,
yeah,
how on hell can you judge whether AI has produced something valuable?
yeah. That's it. Well, okay. On the other side, we see all these ChatGPT posts, but yeah, we should compare them to the post they wrote like 2 years ago. Maybe it was even more horrible because they couldn't write. So
True.
we need to check. Yeah, absolutely. But on the other hand, it's giving. So yeah, uh, if you're a good prompter, then you are a good writer as well. So because sometimes I prompt my post and I think, oh, I already wrote the whole post, so I don't even need AI anymore because I already typed the whole post. So
And
and this will be still like people need to be good in prompting. And if AI falls away, then I'm sure within a few weeks we can write the post ourselves again as well.
no, but it's interesting. So in your company, you still choose for skilled people and not just prompters, but people who actually understand what they're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah, they need to be more skilled because they need to be like technical savvy. They need to be able to connect tools with. I mean, also all my employees they use now 2, 3, 4 AI tools and connect them, and they know how. All of my colleagues know how to install Zapier, how to install automations, like if this then that.
Make.com or
Yeah, yeah, Integromat, and they all know how. So they become more tech savvy, let's say. So that's really cool. And also, but still, it's on LinkedIn, for example. If you other topic, but if you look at LinkedIn ads,
yeah.
I have now a very successful ad online that's generating a lot of leads, and I did everything with the Accelerate program, which means that AI is doing your targeting, AI is doing your budget, and the whole creation of your campaign, basically, like all the things that normally take a lot of time.
Also
The
the creative part.
no, yeah, no. I need to upload. You can do it, but it's not that good
Okay.
still. But no, I need to upload my own video and my own text.
Okay.
But all the rest will be is done automatically. I don't have to do any setting, any preparation. I just say accelerate. This is my goal. This is my video. Boom, it's online, and now
Wow.
it's working actually much better than before when I did my own targeting with my own target list and my own installation of the ad settings, let's say. So, but it's still a black box because I cannot check what LinkedIn is doing, how they do the targeting. I don't see it. It's all going automatically. Yeah.
This is maybe a complicated question. Doesn't that worry you in a bit?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
the fact that you're running a business
yeah,
and you're doing a good job. I've seen what you're doing,
yeah,
and I'm amazed by it, and also I'm amazed by the results.
yeah,
But some of it is even a black box for you. So
Yeah,
you're not sure what's causing. You know what's causing the success, but
yeah,
if I ask you to take it apart and tell me what are the components,
yeah, yeah.
you're like, yeah, I'm not sure.
I just clicked create it for me. No, absolutely. It worries me not to lose the power of how it's working, but I it worries me because now it's for example, now this ad campaign is successful. Now my email is organized successfully. HubSpot is doing a great job. But what happens if you have the feeling that you that is not successful anymore? Let's say, and that was
So the magic runs out.
yeah, that's it. Then what to do? Because I didn't do it myself, so it was successful, and I don't know why. So how can I make a new one? Because I didn't even know why the first one worked. So that is also why I said earlier, 9 months ago, we really implemented AI in all of our business, and now 50% of the turnover is coming from AI. Are we still ahead of the market, or do I need? So I'm almost getting crazy. Like, what else is there? I need to know everything because I want to be the first one. I don't want to be the last one because then I will lose my
Your
business.
edge, yeah.
Yeah. So it's worrying me more because I think like, what am I missing? There will be like as we speak right now, there is a new AI tool that we actually need to discover, but now we are losing time as well. Yeah.
I'm sorry
So
about that.
you become crazy because it goes too fast. Let's say you cannot hold on to the pace of the innovation and the development. Let's say it's going too fast. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I've also seen companies and examples where companies thought, oh, let's implement AI. I mean, you've done it in steps and understand what you're doing, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Yeah.
Um, but you're not blind for the risks and the understanding that you need to take small steps in order to eventually make a big step.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those small steps
Yeah.
eventually add up to a huge
Yeah.
step, and then now what? But what
And
I see companies doing is like, okay, let's go big, and it's not working. They're not getting the return they need,
no. Yeah.
because they make it too big. They think they bought a hammer. Now every problem is a nail,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not in every, like you're using Make or Integromat or Zapier or whatever. These are perfect solutions. Work not all the time, but they do work.
Yeah.
I've seen examples where they don't work or just stop working
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
whatever
Again as
reason.
well. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
It's
For
really
me, I would
annoying,
work
and
as well. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got this perfect thing going, and all of a sudden it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's an error. Your connection. Your email logged out. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, like we didn't change anything. How?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you do that at scale, you're introducing risk. You're not blind to it,
Yeah.
but in a big setting, in a big corporation, this
Yeah.
is actually these are disasters because they
Yeah.
spend shitloads of money and they have no idea what they're doing,
Absolutely.
and it becomes too complex.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what they do is they turn to, oh, we're a Microsoft company. You know what? Let's do everything with Microsoft, and
Yeah.
that's when the problems really start in terms of dependency and cost.
Yeah.
And well, you can name them all.
Yeah.
It's
I
not about
agree.
Microsoft, but it doesn't matter if you take AWS or Microsoft or Meta or Alphabet. It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same problem. You become dependent and hooked on something
Yeah.
you have literally no control over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really fair point. Yeah, that's really. We are a small organization, so we do everything hands on. We
And you
test.
can pivot. You can.
Yeah, that's it. When we test everything, and it really we are on top of the operations. We know, okay, we do this, and this is the result. Okay, it's not working, or it's working. Okay, we go one step further. But in big corporations, it's completely different, because first of all, the processes are so much bigger, but also the innovators are not on top of the operations. They are not the users,
They're
and
not innovators, they're copiers.
yeah,
They don't innovate, really
yeah,
innovate.
and also for big corporates, like 10 years ago, when you had a new system, a new tool, whatever, it took you a few years to implement, and then at least 5 or 10 years you could use it. But now, next week you need to do something new, and yeah, stand alone that if you how do you say, if you implement something in 3 months, then you're already too late because then there will be something new. So that's a huge challenge, but I think it will go step by step. It's just like when the internet was invented, when the computer was invented. I mean, everybody was needed to find a new balance, and AI will be one of those new things that in a few years everything will be built on top of it, and it will settle down, I'm sure. But still, we don't know how it's working. So it can really outperform us, and then all of a sudden it's doing things we don't want. And
How,
this is we need to control it. Yeah,
how do you, since we're talking about AI, how do you manage the risk of model updates? Because what I've seen, of course, in other situations, the tooling or applications using AI,
yeah,
automatic model updates, or actually they're updating the models without changing the number. So
yeah,
they're adding more data, and you have this perfect flow
yeah,
where you have a certain input and that leads to the right output.
yeah,
You've tested it and
yeah,
it works like a charm. Next morning you wake up and the same input,
yeah,
a totally different output. It's like, how the hell is this possible? It didn't
yeah,
change anything. And
yeah,
somewhere in the background, there was more data added to the model,
yeah,
or different data. How do you manage that? Because that is also an inherent risk that very few people talk about or think about,
yeah.
but it's a very costly risk because you need to redo everything in order to understand what it does.
Yeah, it's the same as like the IT department of big corporations. They need to make sure that all the tools are working properly all the time. And now we need AI developers constantly monitoring the whole system. And also for us, we have one full-time employee who is constantly checking, now not checking, also he's doing the innovation as well and exploring new things, but he's also constantly checking if the back office is still running and if everything is working still. So, and also, I mean, we will have AI departments for every company in the future, I'm sure. Yeah, especially for the big banks or other big corporations, they will they will have less IT department and more AI department. It will change. Yeah, yeah, but it's still the same with the I mean, if you look at banks, for example, they I mean, all the app and all the processes, all the payments, they need to work as well. And of course they have the IT department on top of this the whole time, and now they need to add another department, which is the AI developers. Yeah,
And soon we'll see chief AI officers
yeah, yeah,
running around in boards because
yeah,
what we see is that there's very few people knowledgeable about AI, actual workings of AI, and
yeah,
implications and risks.
yeah, yeah.
It needs
And
to be
that's the risk
managed.
as well, is that people think like, oh, nice, this we need to have this tool. I mean, everybody has ChatGPT on his laptop, but 99% are just using it for fun. Like, oh, let's ask ChatGPT, you know. But
Yeah.
a lot of people don't use the tools to be really efficient, to really work. And that's of course, and now you have so many AI trainers, AI consultants who also just know the basics. So it's we are how do you say, not on top of the our own development, let's say, because we don't have so many real AI experts, and companies are not using AI to the maximum of the potential. So there's, I mean, we are running, but AI is running faster.
Well, that's what I see is that implementing it in the right way with all the thinking about all the inherent risks and taking measures to manage that, is that it allows you to scale, not to fire people, etc., but it allows you to scale
Yeah, yeah,
without your cost going out of control or having to hire I
yeah.
don't know how many people, which are not even available.
No, 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 indeed. So that I wrote a post about it 2 weeks ago. Then my colleague asked me like, do we really, like, from one day to the other, we automated 70% of his daily work.
Oh,
And then he said, oh, do I have a job in 2 months? Because if I now it's 70% in one day, so next week it's 100%, right? And I told him, no, you can be 3, 4 times more efficient, and you can do so much more fun stuff and so much more work, like, and more focus on the quality and the strategy, and really like the deep conversations with potential prospects, instead of just the administrative clicking behavior or daily work. So we didn't fire anyone because of the AI, but we have 30% more clients, and we do so much more fun stuff. Just managing all this innovation is amazing, you know. And you are more efficient, your quality is higher, and you just need to manage that. And people need to develop themselves. So you're not losing your job, but you need to keep up with getting used to using AI. Let's say, yeah,
Yeah, don't be afraid of it. Just experiment and play around with it, and understand the value, potential value of it,
yeah,
and understand where to use it.
yeah,
This brings me to another thing. You wrote an article about this, and I've been talking about this ever since ChatGPT came out.
yeah,
Um, um, I was as soon as ChatGPT came out, I said, okay, this these chatbots
yeah,
or whatever you want to call them,
yeah,
they are going to replace search engines. So search is going to move from Google and DuckDuck and whatever Safari
yeah,
to ChatGPT and other applications where they actually help you with stress of choice,
yeah,
where you get actually the information that you need. Well,
yeah,
supposedly, if it's not hallucinating.
yeah. That's yeah,
Um,
yeah,
um, but it should make life easier. So the whole thing about SEO
yeah,
is basically over. All these companies spending shitloads of money on SEO.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's not over, but it's changing. Yeah.
yeah, well, I would say a lot of these companies that stick in SEO, they're not going to be around for long.
No, no, they need to
Need to
develop
adapt.
as well. No, yeah, absolutely, yeah, fair point. So, what we
So
see,
what's happening there? That's
yeah, yeah, what we see, of course, Google has now Google Gemini. So if you ask a question to Google, the first one that comes up is the first result is an answer from AI, from Google Gemini. And what we have seen is that Geo, so generative engine optimization, let's say, is based a lot on Bing from Microsoft and less on Google.
interesting.
Yeah, so that is really interesting. So what we have seen as well is Google is in indexing your website quite a lot, but Bing is more relating on external articles.
Okay.
So that's why we have seen is that PR, so making sure that you are mentioned, your company or your name is mentioned in other media, became more important. So it's basically link building, who's now really interesting, and your own SEO has less impact apparently. So all the SEO companies, they need to focus more on link building, I guess, and less on just using ChatGPT to fill your own website. And that is really interesting. So, and that's, for me, it's an advantage as well, because we have some clients that said our Google results are 5 times less. So our the let's say the leads from the website from Google are 5 times less. So SEA is working less. And it's an opportunity for us because we help companies to get business out of LinkedIn, of course.
No,
So
no, I
we
know.
say, of course, yeah, your SEO is working less, Google is working less, your website is performing less. So let's work on LinkedIn. So that, of course, we are quite happy with that, and it's an interesting uh, development. But and also we don't know where it's going because Google Gemini is super new. Asking ChatGPT where to find a nice restaurant is also super new, and who knows what will be the next new thing. So it's just exploring all other possibilities. But LinkedIn is a safe way because on LinkedIn it's still the B2B platform to build your own branding. So you're not dependent. Of course, you're depending on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is LinkedIn, right? I mean, I'm not really afraid of big competitors for LinkedIn. It's not because LinkedIn is the best, but especially because B2B users are old school. And if there will be a new LinkedIn, then people will not change really fast.
That's the same
Um,
with WhatsApp and Telegram or Signal. I mean,
yeah,
people do go on Telegram, but they stay on WhatsApp. It's
yeah,
just a backup.
yeah, yeah, and that's because older people, let's just call it that. Older people use WhatsApp as well, and they don't change. And the new generation, they go from TikTok to Instagram and of course they change fast.
And
But
then they get depressed.
sorry.
I said, and then they get depressed.
Yeah. Indeed, yeah. No, so but yeah. So what I think is that LinkedIn is a really good alternative to build your own brand, your own audience, your own network, your own reach, your own prospects, and build your relationships there. And then you have the power in your own hands again. Yeah.
And what does that mean? That the whole geo change or change to geo? What does that mean for your content? Because what I see is that you see content changing. It needs what I saw needs to be more authentic. You need to be a thought leader. You need to be on a certain topic and be recognized for that. And
Yeah.
that usually that's picked up by AI, as in, he or she is an expert, or
Yeah.
her or his company is an expert in XYZ.
Yeah. I think it's difficult, because AI is getting better as well. So even ChatGPT, SEO blogs are getting better as well. And now the internet is so full of ChatGPT blogs that what is an authentic blog nowadays? Because you cannot see the difference anymore. Because AI is getting better, and also the whole internet is filled with AI. So what is authentic and what is not? But of course, the really thought leadership posts are always the winners. And I think, yeah, you need to write a little bit more loose, like really like you just type it, like you're telling it, like telling the story. It's more better than really go super deep and really a professional, formal tone of voice. And you need to know what you're talking about. So don't say what everybody says as well, and what everybody knows already. So you need to come up with new things and with a vision. So give a statement. Let's say like give an opinion and make it authentic in this way. Because the words and the sentences, if it's written by a human or by ChatGPT, I think nobody will notice anymore. Maybe the LinkedIn post because of the hashtags and because of the emojis, but the sentences, they are the same. I think AI is better than the most human writers.
Certainly faster.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And what I did an experiment um, writing something to different political parties, and I asked same. I wanted to bring something to the attention,
Yeah.
and I thought, you know what? Let's ask ChatGPT and another model to analyze the political parties, so their website and their
Yeah.
program and everything, and then write the same email to that political party, but connect it to whatever they stand for,
Yeah.
and see if that one topic can be twisted in such a way that it connects to whatever they're
Yeah.
pushing.
Yeah.
I was amazed.
Yeah.
Okay, it took me a little while to get the prompt right, but
Yeah.
once I had it right, the results were, I was astonished, because
Yeah.
it actually was able to connect something that absolutely did not resonate with that political party,
Yeah.
to find a way, and it
To
was very
make it.
creative, but to
Yeah.
find a way to connect it to their party
Yeah.
program. I was like, I know this is bullshit, but it's so convincing that
Yeah.
if they, so I actually tried and sent it, and I actually got a reaction from some of the
Oh, you really
political parties.
you
Yeah,
send
yeah.
it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I was sending. I was curious, what would it do?
Yeah.
And it actually worked. So it
Yeah,
was
but
really
it's a
interesting.
funny experiment. Yeah, but you really see that, right? That sometimes AI is so much more creative. If you ask for 5 creative tips, for example, then the 3 of them you think, okay, I thought of it, but the other 2 you think like, oh wow, it's sometimes maybe so simple, or sometimes it may be so complex that you think I never thought of this.
Yeah, well,
It's a cool
basically
experiment. Yeah, absolutely.
what it does, it augments you, but it was able to process all that data much faster than I would ever could.
Yeah. That's absolutely. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it literally took me 10 minutes after I had the prompt, 10 minutes to create all the
yeah.
emails.
And what tools do you use in your daily like? And are you using AI tools to be more efficient in your daily
Sure.
work?
What do you think? Of course.
Yeah,
Um, well, one of them we're using, actually one of them right now. We're using Riverside to
yeah,
record a podcast, and there's a lot of technology behind it. They're adding new features every time.
Yeah.
However, I use what you call it. Pup, 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 pup. I need to look it up. I use a tool to make the shorts, Opus,
Yeah.
Opus clip.
It
Uh,
automatically cuts your video into shorts. Yeah, nice.
yeah, but that's sort of sped up. We used to do it by hand in the beginning, and then I started trying Opus clip, and okay, you need to understand what you're doing. So it's not perfect in the beginning, but then you start getting to start to understand how it works. So it saved me the time to go over the whole podcast again and putting timestamps and then selecting it, and then now we automatically get subtitles
Yeah.
there. Although there you need to really watch out because sometimes it puts words under there. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
this is
yeah, yeah,
totally not
yeah, yeah,
acceptable.
yeah.
Um,
Names is very difficult, of course. Yeah,
Names, cities,
yeah,
certain words, and
yeah,
I've had some bad words in it.
yeah,
Well, like, how the hell did he make that out of it?
yeah.
It
I
happens.
use a lot of voice to text on my WhatsApp on my phone, and sometimes it
It's
says such
horrible.
funny things that I'm thinking, really, this is, and but especially with names, and then he doesn't understand it. He makes two words out of it, and
Yeah,
then it becomes completely something else. Yeah,
I use summarizers to summarize the podcast in order to get the most important learning points from. Of course, I know what I
yeah,
talked about, so I
yeah,
can check does this make any sense or not.
yeah,
Um, and I usually ask. Sometimes we agree to something or to do something, so I ask it to tell me, okay, what is it that we agreed to? Because sometimes I record more than one a week.
yeah,
And then you're like, okay, I'm in the flow of talking. Tell me what I promised,
yeah.
so I
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
can deliver on my promise.
yeah.
That is
That's amazing as well. Yeah.
so.
Really.
It started saving me a lot of time.
Yeah,
Um, Although, and I use make.com for because you see a lot of information, and I try to sort it, and it's all over the place.
yeah,
So you see a link that's interesting, just saving it. You save so much that it gets lost. So I
yeah,
have certain in Telegram, I have certain groups with myself,
yeah.
and that I added, and behind
Yeah.
that,
That you
there's
look.
I have a make.com connection to my Google Drive,
Yeah,
where and it's sorted, and then the PDFs go to one place,
yeah,
and but that sometimes, well, actually quite often, it breaks. It's annoying.
yeah.
I
I
have
can
to be
understand.
honest.
Hmm. Yeah.
It sort of that you need to change the setting and a this and a that. But it doesn't always tell you when it's broken. You don't get a
No, no,
message.
indeed. Yeah.
So so it's not perfect yet, but I see the efficiency there. There's a lot of tools I use. I try
Yeah,
and then I see if they're not perfect. Then okay, bam, I'm done. I'll
yeah,
revisit it in a year.
yeah.
And some tools I see is like, okay, this is such a Me Too tool
Yeah.
that, or they're charging a lot of money. I can
Yeah,
do this myself.
yeah.
Um, I use this. I don't know. Do you know the tool Tascade?
No, I've heard of it, I think. Yeah,
I tried. It's interesting.
yeah,
You can do a lot of smart stuff with it.
yeah,
It helps me with a lot of. You can make agents in it, etc.
yeah,
But it helps me in the for the podcast.
yeah,
But some things that I do in a lot of steps, it actually does the steps for me.
yeah,
So it's with every podcast in the editing and the shit
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
It saves me at least an hour
Yeah,
per
absolutely,
podcast.
absolutely. Yeah, for content creation, also like editing videos, editing images with
Yeah,
Canva. Yeah, it was already 1.5 years ago, of course, but I really thought, like, when I was younger, I did a lot of like video experimenting with editing stuff, and it was hours of work. And now this you can do in 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
yeah, and also this for Riverside. You download it and you have every separate tracks. It's easy to edit if you take something out, etc.
Yeah,
We put a frame around it, um, and basically it's not quick and dirty. You need to do it properly.
yeah,
But other than that, it's I think it's genius.
yeah,
Also,
absolutely.
the way they do it with recording locally, uploading in the background, and then have AI making sure that everything gets put together on their server again in a correct way. I love the tool.
Yeah,
So
great.
so yeah, if you because we're almost out of time.
Yes, yeah.
If you could give one advice to a boardroom or C-level executives who are basically staring at each other. It's like, we need to do something with AI.
Yeah.
It's like the buzzword. Um, what advice would you give them? Okay, because they're looking at each other. How do we start? Where do we start? Who do we start with? And there's tons of AI consultants who don't know shit.
Yeah.
They'll tell you to use a tool. Well,
Yeah.
but they don't know shit about the risks,
Yeah.
the emotions of the employees when you start introducing AI. They're scared. How do you manage that? It's a different ball game. What would you tell them? What would your advice be?
Hire a young guy or girl who is really like fresh, on top of all the new tools, new technology, like an AI expert. But I'm really amazed by the ages of some like entrepreneurs. Like you have like entrepreneurs. I talked to a guy who was 19 years old, and he said, "Yeah, I'm already an entrepreneur for 5 years. I've two
Wow.
companies," and I was like, "What?" When I was 19, I just left high school, you know. And so hire somebody who's really smart, give him the empowerment to experiment, but also, of course, yeah, give it boundaries. But hire somebody to look, yeah, to have a fresh look on the company, on the opportunities, but with new knowledge, you know, because you need to yeah, to get this new knowledge in your company. So yeah, hire the young people. Yeah.
I would nuance it. I agree. Hire someone. It doesn't always have to be a young one. I see a lot of people that are innovating,
Yeah.
but understanding. If you look at big corporates, there
Yeah.
are stuff that you need to understand in order to get it done. I mean,
Yeah.
you can innovate, but that's only 25% of the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting it used and implemented, and that's
Yeah.
actually, it takes another talent
Yeah.
that to be honest, a lot of the young people don't have yet,
Absolutely, of course, they don't see the risk and things like this, but
or the
yeah,
life experience and the empathy with the people who are working there, the impact of that. They just, oh, let's go, let's move, which is fine for growth hackers. I
yeah,
totally agree.
yeah.
But sometimes you need a little more life wisdom.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, yeah. If they're young in at mind, let's say, then it's fine
Ah,
as well. Yeah, yeah.
that
But
was the key word:
yeah,
young at
yeah,
heart.
yeah,
Young at heart.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. I
Me
learned a
too.
lot, and
Thanks a lot.
well, let's stay in touch, and maybe we in the near future we can see your product in working, or actually
Yeah,
see
absolutely.
it, maybe try an experiment, see if we, okay, let's do this, see what actually happens, and follow
Yeah,
that step
yeah,
by step. Maybe that's an idea to explore, to
absolutely.
do, and then record it and see what happens and tell
I'm open
people.
to that. Yeah, yeah, let's do
Okay,
that. And
okay.
also because after 1, 2, 3 months, we have a complete new conversation with new things. It changes so fast. So yeah, absolutely. Let's do that.
Let's do
Yeah.
that. Okay. Michiel, take care.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Bye.
Ciao.